I'm Katie Remnant, class of 2015, and this is our 2014 semifinal game against Shenandoah. I remember going into this game as a team with so much energy and so much enthusiasm. We had just finished our regular season as the number 2 seed, which was the highest we had ever finished. As a team, we were clicking so well. And going into this game against Shenandoah, we knew we needed to bring this same energy. They were notoriously, our games against them were notoriously close, and they were not going to just give us that win. And so, everything's just kind of clicked together. And, I just remember at the end of the game being so excited as a team, just everyone running out in this giant tackle, knowing that we had just made program history and we're going to the finals for the first time.
And Amanda Harper taking her place in the goal. We are all set to get underway here. Going to be Shenandoah starting things off for us. Shenandoah getting things underway.
The 2014 semifinal against Shenandoah was just so memorable and such an amazing game. So much excitement both in the locker room and on the sidelines and during warm-ups. It was the highest seed that we had achieved in the ODAC tournament to date, at least within my knowledge. And getting to host at home was just so special, and just all in all, just a magical evening. The fans were fantastic, and it was just a great experience.
The first half just underway. Eagles going to try and get something going on offense early on here. And Shenandoah with some disruption on the far side. Ashley Cross D'ing up. Looks like Elizabeth Washington over there for the Eagles. And Eagles moving it up on the far side. That was number 3, Rachel Loy. Looks like we got a foul going against the Eagles, though. Shenandoah going to be heading the other way here. And Shenandoah getting things going. That's Presha Merritt. And it's stolen right away by the Eagles. Number 14, Sarah Roselle. Eagles trying to move it out of there into the field here. Looks like Washington far side. And she is going to dribble out of bounds there. It looks like Shenandoah heading the other way now. That's number 11 for them, Presha Merritt on the far side. As it bounces out of bounds off an Eagle, Merritt going to get set to reset things here.
This was one of those seasons where we played around quite a bit with our personnel, moving players around in different locations, different positions, until we kind of found the magic lineup that we went with. And you can see it in this game how well it worked together and how comfortable all the athletes were with playing with one another. When you look at our lineup and the strength of the players we had on that field, it's very hard to find a weakness in there, from front line all the way to the backfield to the goal. Just a solid team, and a team of players who truly are passionate about the game and just loved playing with each other, from practices to gameplay.
And that one's going to dribble out of bounds. Shenandoah looks like going to take possession here. Shenandoah now on the reset. Going to be stolen right away by Loy. And Shenandoah getting it back. Slipping there looked to be Ashley Cross, but Eagles going to get it back here. And on the reset, sloppy pass going to be stolen by Shenandoah's number 8, Mariah Woods. Stolen right back by the Eagles, though, near side, trying to move it up now. That's number 24, Catherine Ellis. Ellis looking for Ferrafino. She's racing down the field, trying to get there. She cannot. Shenandoah going to set up their offense, and it's going to be stolen right back by the Eagles. Number 22, Caroline Augsburger on the steal. Augsburger looking for number 4, Taylor Prilliman. And it's going to bounce out of bounds off Shenandoah. Augsburger going to get on the reset here. Augsburger looking for Ferrafino. And going to be a foul going against Ferrafino. It looks like Shenandoah now heading the other way. Sarah Brock getting things going. Going to be stolen right away, though, by Caroline Fletcher. And back and forth we go here. Shenandoah getting it right back once again. That's Bailey bringing it up the far side for them. And looks like we're going to have a foul going against the Eagles once again. Shenandoah getting things going again here. Being D'd up by Rachel Loy over there is number 11, Presha Merritt. Merritt looking for Cross. That's number 2, Morgan Lingo now for the Hornets. Going to be stolen by the Eagles, though. Eagles heading the other way. Prilliman, midfield. Prilliman's going to go near side. She's looking for Augsburger, and Augsburger's going to race there and keep it in bounds. Nice hustle play by Augsburger, and it's tapped out by Shenandoah. Eagles getting things going again here. Going to be stolen right away by Shenandoah, though. Number 19, Elena Meadows with a sloppy pass. Eagles get it back. They're back on the attack with the steal. Prilliman in the corner. Prilliman trying to get out of danger. And it looks like we're going to have a foul going against Shenandoah here. Eagles getting things going. Augsburger bringing it into the arc. Augsburger crossing it in. Augsburger with some nice stick moves, crosses it, and it's going to be kicked out of there by Shenandoah's goalie, Jenna Rampell. And Augsburger going to get another chance here on another reset. Augsburger with some nice moves once again, crossing it back into the box. Looked like she was looking for Ferrafino. Isn't going to find her. Going to be knocked out of there. Ellis going to corral, and it's going to be stolen back by Shenandoah. Shenandoah heading the other way, near side. That's number 8 for the Mariah Woods. And it's going to be stolen right back by Sarah Roselle. Eagles going to head the other way on the counter here. Ferrafino goes back. 21, Caroline Fletcher, far side. Moving up for the Eagles, Shannon Strasser. Strasser's got Ferrafino, top of the arc. Ferrafino, shot deflected into the box now. Another chance for Ferrafino, and it's going to be knocked out of there by Shenandoah. Look to be number 17, Lauren Kessler on defense. Eagles getting things going. Augsburger on the reset. And Shenandoah going to get a steal, but Augsburger's going to get it right back. Eagles still threatening. Augsburger into the arc. And Augsburger resettles once again, crossing it in. Barrage of shots by the Eagles, and it's going to be tapped out of bounds. Ellis trying to find Ferrafino in the arc. Going to be stolen back for the Eagles by number 21, Caroline Fletcher. Back and forth we go, and looks like there's going to be a foul going against Shenandoah here. Eagles going to get things going on the reset just outside the arc. Going to be Fletcher getting things going for the Eagles here. Great chance. Into the arc. Fighting forward are the Eagles, and it's going to be stolen by Shenandoah. Ashley Cross settling it. Shenandoah reversing field on the far side. And it's going to be stolen right back. Nice defensive play there. Looked like Elizabeth Washington on the defense for the Eagles, and she's going to be fouled on the reset. Washington got Fletcher, middle of the field. Fletcher's looking for Augsburger on the near side. Augsburger's going to get there. She settles it. Augsburger crossing it over. Augsburger crosses it into the box. Ferrafino, and it is saved by Rampell. Loy on the rebound, trying to get there. And it's going to be Loy taking the corner insert here for the Eagles. Trying to get on the board here in the first half. Loy lines up, fires, top of the arc. Settled by Strasser. Goes to Augsburger. Shot going to be fired right there. Looked like Prilliman on the shot. And it's deflected out of bounds. And Eagles trying to make a defensive stand. Caroline Fletcher. Long pass by Shenandoah. Going to be stolen by the Eagles. Washington. And she's got Loy racing down the far side, trying to keep it in bounds. And the ref is going to say that one went out of bounds off the Eagles on the fast break. That pass barely dribbles out of bounds before Rachel Loy can get there. Shenandoah on the reset. Shenandoah now on the attack. That's number 21, Ashley Cross, bringing it up for them. Nice defense by the Eagles, and it's going to be a foul right there. Looks like going against Shannon Strasser on the reset. Shenandoah going to ricochet out of bounds off Caitlin Harris. Looks like we're going to have a reset on the far side for Shenandoah as that one bounced out of bounds off the Eagles. Shenandoah getting things going again into the arc. Shenandoah clearing it out of there, the Eagles. Looks like number 22, Augsburger, making the play. Prilliman with it now. Prilliman racing up the field, trying to get a fast break counter going here. She can't quite do it, but she's got Loy now. Loy near far side, and Loy going to lose it. Foul going against Loy. Shenandoah now heading the other way. Resettled by Bridgewater with a steal. Augsburger heads the Eagles the other way. Augsburger, Prilliman, trying to get a little give and go. Prilliman and Shenandoah resettling it. Brock. And it's going to bounce out of bounds Looks like off number 24, Catherine Ellis of the Eagles. Shenandoah heading the other way once again. Going to be 13, Tori Finney. And it's going to dribble out of bounds. Off of Shenandoah. Eagles going to be on the reset here. Going to be Sarah Roselle getting things going for the Eagles here. Roselle got Prilliman and stolen right back by Shenandoah's number 14, Elizabeth Pardo. Shenandoah's number 12, Taylor Little with it now. Little trying to cross into the box. Nice defense from Ellis of the Eagles. Ellis, and they're going to call a foul right there. Looks like going against Pardo of Shenandoah. Eagles going to get heading the other way here. Roselle, reset. Eagles looking for Prilliman. Prilliman, nice move. Trying to get by some Hornets here. And they're going to call a foul on Shenandoah. Prilliman racing with it down the field. Prilliman crossing it in the box. Eagles. And looks like we got a corner insert coming here. Penalty against Rachel Loy going. She was fouled there in the box. Loy fires. Top of the arc, settled by Augsburger. Augsburger lets it rip, and it sails just wide of the goal. Almost finding her mark was Augsburger there from the top of the arc. And Shenandoah avoids letting in that first goal, and they're going to start heading the other way here on the far side. Shenandoah going to be stolen by the Eagles, and they're going to pass it back to the back line. Roselle.
One of our game plans going into this game was to be aggressive on the ball for defense. We wanted to contest for every ball within 6 seconds of losing it. And the idea behind that was to put pressure to panic Shenandoah so that they would make a bad pass so that our secondary defenders could then clean up with the interceptions. I think it's something that we executed very, very well, maybe up until the point we got a little tired. But for the most part, we stuck to that game plan, and it was successful for us.
Going to be Shenandoah heading the other way now. Stolen right away, though, by the Eagles. Looks like Washington on the steal. Prilliman goes near side. Augsburger racing down the field. Augsburger trying to cross it back to Prilliman, and she doesn't get a solid hit on it. Going to be stolen by Shenandoah's Elizabeth Pardo. They're heading the other way now. Cross. And a nice defensive play by Harris. Gets it back for the Eagles. Harris muscling her way downfield here. Back to the middle of the field. Eagles still moving up. Prilliman with it now. Prilliman top of the arc. And it's tapped out of bounds there by Shenandoah's number 19, Elena Meadows. And on the reset here for the Eagles, going to be Caroline Augsburger. Eagles threatening deep in Shenandoah territory here. Augsburger crossing into the box. Augsburger, and she cannot find anyone to ricochet that one into the back of the net. But it bounced off Shenandoah. Looks like we got another Eagle reset here. There, another chance for the Eagles. Eagles in the arc. Eagles fighting for it are Kirk and Loy, and they're going to draw the penalty. Loy fires top of the arc. Settled by Fletcher. Fletcher goes. Ferrafino. And excuse me, that was Washington letting that one rip. Can't quite find her mark. She gets it back for the Eagles, and it's going to be a foul against Washington. Going to be Shenandoah heading the other way. Fighting for it, though, is Washington. She gets it back for the Eagles. Excuse me, that's Strasser fighting for it. Strasser trying to stop Ashley Cross, Shenandoah's leader, and it's going to be stolen by the Eagles. Looks like Strasser making the play. Kirk at midfield. Kirk, and it's going to be a foul on Shenandoah. Eagles going to get things going on the reset here. Eagles go near side. Prilliman racing downfield. Looking for Augsburger. Prilliman still with it. Prilliman, and then she's going to knock that one out of bounds off Shenandoah's number 15, Alexa Lapp. And on the reset, Augsburger. Augsburger bringing it into the arc, and she's going to collide with a Shenandoah player there. And it's going to bounce out of bounds off Augsburger. Going to be Shenandoah on the reset, number 14, Elizabeth Pardo. Shenandoah on the reset, Merritt, and bounces out of bounds off Ellis as she can't quite settle it for the Eagles. Going to be Pardo with it once again. Shenandoah on the attack. She's got Merritt. Merritt. Morgan Lingo. Lingo being D'd up by Ellis. Eagles trying to keep him out of the arc here. Roselle back to Cross. Trying to get it out of her hands. Cross, and it is stolen by Strasser and Harris right there, but right back to Shenandoah. Number 8 for them, Mariah Woods, top of the arc. Fighting for it is Ellis. And they are going to draw a foul, the Eagles are, against Shenandoah. And they get the ball back here. Far side. Eagles trying to move it up. Looks like Washington for them. Eagles. Loy now with it. Loy. She goes near side. Augsburger, the senior, bringing it up for the Eagles. Augsburger crossing back to midfield, looking for some space. She goes back. Fletcher. Fletcher moving it up now for the Eagles. She's got Strasser. Strasser looking for Loy in the box. Loy arc looking for Prilliman to finish it, and she can't find the back of the net. Tremendous pass right there from Rachel Loy. Prilliman can't quite get there. Eagles once again almost missing a golden opportunity right there. We're still knotted up at nothing apiece with 7:40 to go in the first half. Shenandoah going to be heading the other way. And it is going to bounce out of bounds off Shenandoah. Eagles going to get another chance here, still on the attack.
Special shout out to our Place and Chase crew from that year. They did a phenomenal job at all of our home games. And if you can take a peek at them on the film and see how hard they're working, and it paid off because it allowed us to maintain a higher rate of play and to keep the game flowing. Great job, guys.
Merritt. Stolen, though, by Prilliman. And they're going to call a foul, it looks like, on Prilliman there. Shenandoah getting set on the reset now. Merritt. She goes near side. Shenandoah still with it. That's number 14, Elizabeth Pardo. Pardo being D'd up right there by Allie Kirk, and Kirk is going to draw the foul. Eagles going to be heading the other way. And Shenandoah now heading the other way. Back and forth we go here. Washington settling it now for the Eagles on the far side. Washington with some nice stick work. Washington, and it's going to be stolen back. Looks like Cross on the steal for Shenandoah. It's Fletcher with it now for the Eagles as she gets it right back. Fletcher losing it to number 8, Mariah Woods. Going to be a foul going against Fletcher. Woods with it now for Shenandoah. Being D'd up by Washington on the far side. Woods into the arc. Going to be a foul on Washington. Woods going to be on the reset just outside the arc on the far side. Woods on the reset. Shenandoah with it, far side. Looks like Merritt crossing into the box. She was looking for Cross. Can't find her. Prilliman gets it out of there. Eagles with a counter chance here. 2-on-2. Prilliman by her man. It's Prilliman and Strasser racing down the field here. Excuse me, Prilliman and Kirk. Prilliman into the arc. Prilliman. And it is going to be a foul going against Prilliman. The Eagles do not like that one. Shenandoah going to be heading the other way. Going to be stolen by Augsburger, though. Eagles right back on the attack here late in the first half. Augsburger with some nice moves into the box. Augsburger fires a shot. Kicked out of there by Shenandoah's Jenna Rampell. And they're going to be heading the other way. Merritt. Nice attacking play there for the Eagles. Once again, can't quite capitalize as Augsburger's shot deflected by Rampell and goal. And it's Cross heading the other way now for Shenandoah late in this first half. Foul going against the Eagles. Shenandoah going to be on the reset just outside the arc as number 14, Elizabeth Pardo, races up for it. And we're under 5 minutes to play now in the first half. Pardo on the reset. She goes to Merritt near side. Merritt trying to cross it in, and it's going to be deflected out of bounds by the Eagles, Catherine Ellis. Merritt going to get another reset chance here, though. Eagles going to steal it right away. That's Augsburger with the big defensive stand. And she's trying to clear it. She can't quite do it. Rolls out of bounds. Shenandoah going to be heading the other way once again. Pardo trying to settle it. Cannot. Ellis and Augsburger knocking it out of there. Prilliman trying to get a steal at midfield. And it looks like it's going to be a foul going against Prilliman. Shenandoah going to be heading the other way. Shenandoah on the reset. Going to be stolen right away by the Eagles. Looks like Shannon Strasser with the steal. Augsburger with it now. Merritt going to deflect off Merritt. And going to be a foul, it looks like, going against Merritt. Eagles going to get things going. Augsburger got Prillam in. And it's Kirk now with it. Kirk moving it up for the Eagles, and she's going to draw a foul. As it's going to be the Eagles still on the attack here late in the first half. Augsburger getting things going off the foul. Some nice stick moves by Augsburger. She's by her man. Augsburger crossing it in, and it's going to be stopped by number 19, Elena Meadows. Shenandoah heading the other way now. That's Lingo. And Fletcher with a nice defensive play, but it's going to be a foul going against Fletcher. Shenandoah going to remain on the attack here. Elizabeth Pardo. Long clearance going to be settled by Caitlin Harris on the back line. Midfield now. Strasser got Loy on the far side. Loy racing down the far side. Kirk into the box, as is Prilliman. Loy bringing it into the box now. Loy with some nice moves. Kirk trying to get the rebound. And once again, knocked out of there by Shenandoah. They avoid danger for a third time tonight, as they're trying to head the other way. And they are not going to be able to. Going to be a defensive stand right there. Looked like Caitlin Harris. Washington with it. Washington got Loy in the arc. Loy going to let it rip. Prilliman can't find her mark. Loy once again putting a pass on the mark. Prilliman almost finds it. Eagles still remain knotted up with Shenandoah here. 0-0. The golden opportunities continue to pile on for the Eagles, and they can't quite capitalize. Going to be Shenandoah heading the other way now. Once again, avoiding disaster. And it's going to be Pardo, as that one bounced out of bounds off the Eagles, getting things going late in the first half here. Pardo once again clearing it, and Harris going to settle it on the back line for the Eagles. Harris looking for Washington on the far side, and it's going to dribble out of bounds. Shenandoah still on the attack, far side. Looks like number 9, Bailey, for them. Looking for Woods, and it's going to sail by her. Settled by Strasser of the Eagles. Strasser by Woods. Strasser. Washington looking for Loy, and it's going to dribble out of bounds. It's going to be Shenandoah still maintaining possession. We got 1 minute and 10 seconds to go here in the first half. Shenandoah on the attack. Eagles trying to put one last surge in here before the first half. Long pass. Looking for Kirk. Kirk trying to get there, and she can't quite steal it from Meadows. But Augsburger can. Augsburger gets on it, and it goes right back to Shenandoah. Pardo with it now. Shenandoah. Cross for Shenandoah. Cross. Long pass into the box. Woods. And Washington with a big defensive stand for the Eagles. Washington dribbling it out of danger. We're down to 30 seconds to go in the first half here. Washington got Loy. One last chance maybe for the Eagles here in the first half. Loy with some nice stick moves. Loy. And it's stolen by Shenandoah. And that'll just about do it here for the first half, it looks like, as we're under 10 seconds to go now. And fighting for it at midfield. 3 seconds remaining. And there is the buzzer. That'll do it for the first half. Tallying 6 shots on goal and 10 shots for the Eagles. And we are all set here for the second half. And we are off and running. Once again, we remain knotted up at nothing apiece here in this semifinal action between the third-seeded Shenandoah Hornets and your Bridgewater College Eagles. Racing down the far side for Shenandoah there is Merritt. Shenandoah getting on the attack right away here in the start of the second half, as that's Ashley Cross right there for Shenandoah getting the foul. Eagles going to clear it right there. Looks like Washington on the clearance. And Rachel Loy right there trying to get by number 17, Lauren Kessler of Shenandoah. And going to be stolen for the Eagles right there. Elizabeth Washington with a steal. Going to be knocked out of bounds by Shenandoah. Washington going to get things going on the reset here. Washington. Long pass looking for Ferrafino. Can't find her. Shenandoah going to be heading the other way here. It's Merritt. And on the defense there was number 15, Shannon Strasser. And Shenandoah now moving it up here. Going to be stolen by the Eagles, though. Roselle. And looks like they're going to call a foul on Shenandoah here. They do not like that one. Roselle going to get it going, though. Merritt with the steal for Shenandoah, trying to bring it into the box. Shenandoah coming out with some clear life here in the second half compared to their first half showing. They draw a foul. Going to be Merritt, top of the arc. Merritt on the reset. Merritt shoots, and Harper going to have to knock it out of there as that one ricocheted off an Eagle defender. Harper barely getting a foot on it. Shenandoah almost taking a 1-0 lead after being drastically outplayed in that first half. And it's knocked out of bounds right there by Washington. Shenandoah still on the attack here. Coming out with some life once again. Merritt looking for her teammate right there. It looked like she was looking for number 9, Bailey. And Merritt with it once again. Going to be stolen by the Eagles right back to Woods of Shenandoah. And they are going to draw a corner insert here right at the start of the second half. We got it. Brock, top of the arc. Shenandoah settling it. Big defensive play by Rachel Loy as she gets there with a steal. Eagles trying to get on the counter quick. Trying to get there is Catherine Ellis, and Catherine Ellis gets a steal. Eagles on the counter. We got 3-on-3. Trying to continue is Augsburger, and it's going to be knocked out of there by Shenandoah and resettled. Excuse me, they're going to call a foul on Shenandoah there. Eagles going to get a reset here at about the 30-yard line. Going to be Augsburger. Augsburger into the arc. Looking for Rachel Loy. Back out. Strasser. Strasser racing after it. Ellis. Back to Ellis once again. Ellis with it. Ellis. She goes to Augsburger. Far side. Augsburger looking for Prilliman, and it's just going to be a clearance right there by Augsburger. Shenandoah corralling it on the far side. And a nice steal right there by Augsburger. Eagles right back on the attack. Augsburger with the nice stick work. Augsburger into the box, crossing it. Prilliman gets a stick on it, but it bounces out of bounds wide of the goal. Looks like it's going to be Shenandoah on the reset here as that shot by Prilliman went wide. And it's Ellis on the far side with it now. Looks like there was a foul just now called against Shenandoah. Ellis going to be on the reset here. Ellis got Prilliman far side. Prilliman trying to get by her defender. And she's going to draw a foul. Prilliman with it still. Prilliman on the reset. Prilliman into the arc. Prilliman. Ferrafino with it now. And it's going to be cleared out of there by Shenandoah. Looked to be number 18, Sarah Brock, getting it out of there. And racing down the far side is Mariah Woods for Shenandoah. They're going to say it bounced off an Eagle defender. Looks like Ellis that one bounced off of. Going to be Woods on the reset. Woods moving the ball upfield here. She's got Lingo. Lingo, long pass, looking for Woods. In the corner, Shenandoah. D'd up by Roselle. Roselle has some strong defensive play. Ellis gets on it. Ellis trying to get it out of danger here. And Ellis on the reset. She draws the foul. Eagles trying to get on the counter attack here. Augsburger, long clearance, looking for Loy. And Loy almost gets on that one. Ferrafino on the defense. And stolen right back by Fletcher and the Eagles. Caroline Fletcher, nice moves at midfield. Strasser. She's got Ferrafino. Eagles on the attack, and it's knocked out of there by Shenandoah's number 17, Lauren Kessler. But it is going to be a foul on Kessler. Eagles going to maintain possession here. And on the reset, going to be Catherine Ellis, number 24. Ellis on the reset. Eagles desperately trying to get on the board here. Get a little separation between Shenandoah here. but it is stolen right back by Shenandoah. Shenandoah heading the other way now. It's Woods, midfield. Woods and Lingo. Going to be a foul. Looks like going against Caroline Fletcher, and it's going to be Shenandoah on the reset here. Shenandoah looking for Merritt. Merritt corrals it far side. Merritt moving it up for Shenandoah. Merritt just outside the arc. Merritt crossing it in, and it bounces out of bounds. Looks like ricocheting off Sarah Roselle of Bridgewater. Shenandoah going to maintain possession here. Top of the arc. Shenandoah still with it. Shenandoah in the arc here. Shot going to be fired right there. Looked like Ashley Cross getting on that one, but it's knocked out of there by, looked like Elizabeth Washington knocking that one out of there. And it's going to be the Eagles here, avoiding once again some early second half danger there from Shenandoah. And right off the reset, going to be stolen back by Shenandoah. Crossed in, looking for Cross right there with Shenandoah's number 17, Lauren Kessler. Can't find her. Harris with some nice defense for the Eagles. As there's a foul right there going against Shenandoah. Harris going to be on the reset here for the Eagles. Harris looking for Loy, and it's going to bounce out of bounds off Shenandoah's Lauren Kessler. Eagles, Elizabeth Washington on the reset. She's looking for Ferrafino. Not going to find her. And it is going to be Shenandoah getting the ball here. Merritt on the reset. Merritt near side. Merritt almost getting by Washington there. Nice defensive stand by Washington, though. Eagles with it now. Washington. Washington near side. Washington. And looks like they're going to call a foul on Shenandoah here. Eagles going to be on the reset. Looks like Roselle going to be setting up here. Roselle goes back. Harris on the back line. Harris got Fletcher. Fletcher. Looks like Strasser moving it up for the Eagles here. Excuse me, Augsburger. Augsburger moving it up for the Eagles. Ferrafino with it now. Ferrafino just outside the arc, looking for Augsburger. Augsburger corrals it. Augsburger, nice move by her defender. Augsburger into the arc. And Augsburger going to draw the penalty there. Loy getting set here. Eagles trying to get on the board. Loy, top of the arc. They go to Prilliman. Prilliman trying to settle it. She's going to go back to Augsburger. Augsburger trying to let it rip. Can't get solid stick on that one. Eagles still with it, though. Rampell after another save. Prilliman still with it. Prilliman lets it rip, and Prilliman finally finds the back of the net for the Eagles. Their first goal after many, many shots. Eagles on the board first here in this semifinal contest. It's win or go home, and the Eagles striking first here. Taylor Prilliman finding the back of the net for the Eagles as they take a 1-0 lead with 23 minutes and 56 seconds to go here. And Shenandoah quickly going to get things going, trying to answer. Going to be stolen right away by Rachel Loy, though. Loy, nice stick work, but it's stolen right back by Shenandoah. Loy getting on the defensive here. Eagles going to get it back, and it's going to be tapped out of bounds by Strasser. And it's going to be Merritt getting things going for Shenandoah, getting a stick on it. There's Washington. And stolen right back by Ashley Cross of Shenandoah. Cross with the moves. And stolen right back once again by Fletcher for the Eagles. Fletcher going to just clear it there. Back line of Shenandoah settling it. Looking for Merritt there with Shenandoah. And Augsburger hustling around midfield here, trying to get it back for the Eagles. And Fletcher going to hit the deck. Little bit of a tussle right there between Taylor Little of Shenandoah and Caroline Fletcher. Going to be a foul going against Little. And the Eagles going to be heading the other way after that tussle there at midfield. And it's stolen right back by Merritt of Shenandoah, though. Shenandoah now heading downfield on the near side. Being D'd up right there by number 15 of the Eagles, Shannon Strasser. And it's going to be Washington on the reset here. Washington, long pass, looking for Prilliman at midfield. And going to be a foul on Shenandoah. Prilliman getting things going right away. Augsburger, far side. Augsburger racing down the far side for the Eagles here. looking for Prilliman. Prilliman in the corner. Prilliman can't quite get there. She does the second effort. Prilliman knocking it. Saved by Rampell. Eagles trying to get the rebound. Strasser gets on it. Strasser still with it in the arc. And it is dribbled out of there. Shenandoah going to be bailed out once again by Jenna Rampell in goal. As her solid game continues. Going to be Merritt on the reset here. Merritt getting things going. She's got crossing it in. Eagles trying to get it out of there. Strasser still. Shenandoah threatening. Big crowd in front of the goal. And looks like the Eagles going to draw a foul there. Can they get another stop? Top of the arc. Shenandoah once again coming out of the Eagles. Harper gets a foot on it, getting it out of there. Eagles trying to clear it now. Eagles Strasser with it. Strasser. And Strasser is going to be tripped up. And looks like she's going to draw the foul and lengthen their lead and get a little comfort here. Ferrafino with it now on the near side. Kirk. And going to be a foul going against Kirk there for the Eagles. Shenandoah going to be heading the other way. That's number 17, Lauren Kessler for them. Another foul going against Kirk. Shenandoah once again going to be trying to head the other way. Merritt getting things going. Merritt, and her pass going to be stolen by Rachel Loy. Looks like we got a foul going against Shenandoah here. Eagles going to be on the reset. They maintain possession. Eagles, Strasser. Far side. Augsburger with it now. Augsburger, and that pass from Augsburger and a ricochet out of bounds off Prilliman. Shenandoah going to be heading the other way now. Long pass, Shenandoah, and that one looks like a foul there going against Shenandoah. Eagles going to be bailed out there. Roselle getting things going on the reset here. Roselle. Loy, Washington, her pass going to be stolen by Shenandoah's Sarah Brock and stolen right back by Shannon Strasser. Strasser, far side, and she's going to go back to her teammate Catherine Ellis on the back line. Back to Strasser. And a long clearance right there by the Eagles, number 20, Allison Kirk. That one's going to dribble out of bounds way deep in Shenandoah territory. And Shenandoah going to be on the reset here. Getting set on the far side to bring this one back in bounds. Shenandoah on the reset. Going to be stolen right away by the Eagles. Nice defensive play by Prilliman. Back and forth. And foul going against the Eagles right there. Looks like going against Kirk. Eagles trying to get it back. Strasser and Prilliman. They can't quite do it. Heading down the far side is Shenandoah. Looks like number 8 for them, Mariah Woods. Long clearance there. Going to be settled by the Eagles, Elizabeth Washington. Washington got her teammate right there, Rachel Loy. Loy continuing to move it up. Loy looking for Ferrafino. Ferrafino, midfield, Ferrafino. Nice pass. Kirk, Ferrafino, give and go. Ferrafino, top of the arc. She's going to go back, reverse field. Looks like Prilliman top of the arc now. Prilliman trying to go back to Loy. And it's going to be a foul, it looks like, going against Prilliman. Shenandoah going to be heading the other way now as they avoid that attack by the Eagles. And Shenandoah on the reset, looking for Woods. Roselle going to snag that steal, though, for the Eagles. Far side, it's Ellis now. Ellis looking for Prilliman. She can't find her. That one rolls out of bounds. Shenandoah on the reset. Merritt, long pass. Going to be corralled by the Eagles. Elizabeth Washington. Washington with it here by her man. Washington continuing to put the moves on. She's got Kirk now. Kirk Washington going back. Loy with it now. Loy top of the arc. And Loy going to draw a foul. Still on the attack of the Eagles. Loy with it still. She draws another foul. And Loy going to be setting up here just outside the arc. Loy looking for Washington. Washington settles it and going to be stolen back by Shenandoah and cleared back out to midfield. Going to be settled by Caitlin Harris. Caitlin Harris with it, fighting for position, and she will win that battle. And looks like they're going to call a foul on Shenandoah's number 21, Ashley Cross there. Rachel Loy getting set for the reset here. Loy crossing it in. Got Perlman. Perlman putting on the moves. Perlman top of the arc trying to bring it in there. And Perlman going to draw a foul. Eagles still on the attack. Loy with it. Loy into the arc. Loy fighting, crossing it, looking for Ferrafino. And it's going to be tapped out of there by Shenandoah. Looks like foul going against the Eagles. Shenandoah going to be heading the other way now. Shenandoah racing downfield. Mariah Woods with it now. Woods was looking for her teammate right there, number 14, Elizabeth Pardo. And they draw the foul. Shenandoah going to remain on the attack here. Merritt trying to cross it in. Ellis with a nice defensive stand there. Going to get the ball back here for the Eagles. And Eagles on the reset here. Far side. Going to be tapped out of bounds, bouncing off Shenandoah. Eagles maintaining possession. Long, high pass, sails over everybody looking for Ferrafino. Ferrafino racing after it. Ferrafino's got the steal. It's 1-on-2. Ferrafino going to go back, and Perlman can't quite corral that pass from Ferrafino. And we got 7 minutes and 21 seconds to play here. Eagles in the lead 1-0 in the semifinal contest with the Shenandoah Hornets. Trip to the ODAC finals at stake here. Sarah Roselle corralling it for the Eagles as they try to hang tough on the defensive end. It's Morgan Lingo with it now for Shenandoah. Lingo on the far side. Lingo with it still. Lingo making a run, and Roselle trying to put a stop to it. And Roselle do just that. She's trying to clear it. She's got Perlman on the far side trying to reverse field for the Eagles here. Perlman, a nice pass. She's got Loy. Loy going to draw the foul, and the Eagles trying to burn some clock here. Loy racing down the far side. And it's going to be another foul going against Shenandoah. Eagles going to maintain possession. Loy right away goes to Perlman, top of the arc. Perlman fires a shot, kicked out of there by Rampell. Ferrafino on the rebound, can't quite find it. Rampell once again on the save. And it's knocked out of there by Shenandoah. Eagles still on the attack. Shannon Strasser. And it is going to be stolen back by Shenandoah. Great opportunity for the Eagles to strengthen their lead there. Can't quite capitalize. Shenandoah going to be on the attack here. Eagles trying to get back on defense. Mariah Woods set for the reset here. Woods. She's got her teammate Bailey. Going to be stolen, though, by Caitlin Harris. Nice play by Harris. And it's Perlman reversing field now for the Eagles. Going to be stolen right back by Shenandoah, though. Alexis Lop. Looking for her teammate, Mariah Woods. Woods going to be tripped up. No foul called. Eagles heading the other way. And Shenandoah on the reset. That one dribbled out of bounds. And it is going to be number 17, Lauren Kessler, knocking it right out of bounds. Eagles going to get the ball here. Washington on the reset. Ferrafino. Two people to beat. Ferrafino into the arc. Ferrafino with some nice moves. Shot fired. Crossing it in. Perlman trying to get there for the rebound. And it sails out of bounds. Shenandoah going to be on the reset here. We got 4 minutes and 45 seconds to play in this second half. Your Eagles still in the lead, 1-0. And Shenandoah on the reset. Getting a stick on it is Washington. Eagles with the steal. Strasser trying to move it up. Going to be stolen back by Shenandoah. Near side, that's Mariah Woods for Shenandoah racing down the field. Washington D'ing her up. And Washington going to get a stick on that one and tap it out of bounds. Shenandoah going to remain on the attack, though. Shenandoah, Woods, and a nice defensive play right there. Looked like Catherine Ellis making the play. Caitlin Harris right there on the defensive stand for the Eagles. Ferrafino off the rebound on the reset. And Shenandoah getting it right back. It's Merritt now. Merritt going to be stolen back by the Eagles. Nice defensive play by Caitlin Harris there as she knocks it out of bounds. Time is ticking away here. Eagles desperately trying to hold on. Off the reset, going to be a steal for Washington and the Eagles. And Shenandoah going to maintain possession as Washington knocks it out of bounds. Woods on the reset, crossing it into the box. Cross, going to fire a shot, and Ellis going to be there. Johnny on the spot, bounces out of bounds off Ellis, saving a potential goal there. On the reset here, Shenandoah, Mariah Woods. And going to be a foul, looks like, going against Washington there off the reset. Shenandoah still on the attack. Woods crossing it into the arc. Ellis getting a stick on it, and that'll put an end to that attack. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remain. Still, the Eagles in the lead, 1-0 here. Trip to the ODAC championship game at stake. On the reset, Washington, long, high pass. Looking for Ferrafino. Foul against Shenandoah. Eagles going to try and head the other way. Loy, Prilliman. Eagles passing around, trying to milk the clock a bit here. Strasser. Back to Prilliman. Prilliman looking back. Going to be stolen. She was looking for Fletcher. Fletcher trying to recover for the Eagles. And Shenandoah going to have another chance here. And that looks like it's going to be a foul on the Eagles. Taylor Prilliman taking out Sarah Brock. Body check right there. Shenandoah going to be on the reset as Prilliman jogs over. Penalty on her. Off the reset, another foul for the Eagles. Shenandoah still threatening. We got 1 minute and 54 seconds to go. 1-0 lead for the Eagles here. Shenandoah threatening. Merritt crossing it in. Nice play by the Eagles. Caroline Augsburger stepping up, the senior. And she clears it out of there. Shenandoah going to resettle. Shenandoah still with it. That's number 14, Elizabeth Pardo. Pardo, Eagles trying to stop her. Looks like Fletcher making a stand there. Shenandoah still on the attack, though, coming off that foul. Pardo, we got 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining in the second half. Eagles with a 1-0 lead. Shenandoah threatening. Shenandoah still attacking, trying to get it out of there with the Eagles. And Rachel Loy going to draw a foul for Bridgewater. We're under 1 minute to go here. Eagles clinging to a 1-0 lead. Sloppy pass stolen by Shenandoah into the box. Cross, and Harper with a big-time save there. Kicks it out of there. Still threatening, though, is Shenandoah. It's cross in the arc. And Shenandoah going to draw a corner insert here late in this one. 40 seconds remain. Eagles clinging to a 1-0 lead here. Trip to the ODAC championship game at stake. Harper making a big save there. Crowd getting into it. Corner insert. Shenandoah lining up. Top of the arc. Merritt trying to get there. Loy can't quite corral it. Merritt. Fletcher trying to get it out of there. Merritt getting on it. And cross for Shenandoah. Gonna find the back of the net with 14 seconds remaining in the second half. And we got overtime now, folks. Going to get things going for the Hornets.
The last-minute goal by Shenandoah to tie up the game, heartbreaking, yes, but I think with the clock winding down, our emotions were definitely shifting our brain a bit. I think we were getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, maybe possibly starting to celebrate, headed to the finals for the first time, just a little prematurely. So I'm not surprised that we had the breakdown. Obviously,
But it looks like
I wouldn't have liked us to have that breakdown, but I am happy with how we responded to it.
Top of the arc, Bailey, and it is going to be the Eagles' number 3, Rachel Loy, hustling out there with a big-time play to get in the way of that shot as it sails over the goal. Eagles going to be heading the other way, putting a stop to that corner insert once again. Rachel Loy trying to get things going on the far side as Loy. Going to be a foul going against Loy. Shenandoah is going to get the ball back here. They're back on the attack. Merritt crossing in. She was looking for Ashley Cross. Trying to get it out of there is Harris of the Eagles. Caitlin Harris on the far side. And Harris going to go back to Roselle. Roselle moving it up. And looks like we got a foul going against Shenandoah here. Eagles going to get it back. Roselle set to get things back underway for the Eagles here. Roselle moving it up. She's got Loy on the far side. Eagles reversing field here. Loy cutting it back to the middle. Nice stick work. And she's going to draw a foul on Shenandoah. She gets things going. Far side, we got Augsburger at midfield, the senior captain. Augsburger with some nice stick work. Augsburger still with it, trying to move down the near side, and it's going to bounce out of bounds off Shenandoah's number 15, Alexa Lopp. Eagles, Roselle, she goes back. Harris with it now. Harris moving it up for the Eagles. She's got Fletcher. Fletcher, nice move. Fletcher, top of the arc. Fletcher retains it. Fletcher, another nice move. Fletcher trying to let a shot fire. It's going to be Merritt putting a stop to it, and Fletcher is a bit slow to get up for the Eagles here. Looks like she's going to be okay. Going to be a foul. It looked like they were going against Fletcher as she hit the deck, and it's going to be Shenandoah heading the other way now. Shenandoah on the near side. It's number 19, Meadows. Meadows looking for Cross. Ashley Cross for Shenandoah with it now. She goes to her teammate, Merritt. And a nice play by Augsburger with the steal. Augsburger and Strasser, they're heading the other way on a two-man fast break, and it's going to be stolen right back by Shenandoah's number 18, Sarah Brock. Brock trying to clear it. Going to be corralled by the Eagles. Harris getting on it, knocking it away, and Shenandoah recovers it on the far side. Going to be a steal, though, by the Eagles. Heading down the far sides, Rachel Loy. Loy cutting it back to the middle, and then going to be a foul right there going against, looks like Persha Merritt of Shenandoah. And lining up for the Eagles here. Coming off that foul, going to be Caitlin Harris. Harris getting things going for the Eagles. Harris trying to get by her man, and it's going to be tapped out of bounds. Bouncing off Harris. Shenandoah going to get the ball back here. Shenandoah on the reset. We got Merritt. Prilliman going to get a steal, though, for the Eagles. Prilliman going back. Harris with it now. Harris going back to the middle of the field. Strasser. She's got Augsburger. Augsburger bringing it upfield with some nice stick work. Augsburger got Prilliman. And Prilliman going to draw a foul there. Eagles threatening on the attack here. And it's going to be number 22, Caroline Augsburger on the reset here. Near side, Augsburger going to go back to Roselle. Roselle settles it. Roselle into the arc. Going to bounce off Shenandoah's Merritt, and she's going to corral it. Persha Merritt corralling it for Shenandoah. They're heading the other way now. Mariah Woods. And Wood's going to dribble it out of bounds off some pressure there from Sarah Roselle of the Eagles. Roselle, nice pass. She's got Strasser. Strasser looking for Loy. And Loy draws the foul. Eagles remain on the attack here. Strasser back to Loy. Loy in the arc. Loy, shot fired, and it sails wide. And it's going to be Shenandoah heading the other way here. We got 9 minutes to play here in this first overtime. Once again, we are knotted up 1-1 at the end of regulation, and we remain knotted up 1-1. And Shenandoah now heading the other way. 2-on-2, big-time steal by Caitlin Harris, but it's going to be a foul called on Harris. Shenandoah going to remain on the attack. Merritt, long pass. She's got her teammate Elizabeth Pardo on the near side. Pardo trying to cross it in. Nice play by Caroline Augsburger to keep it alive for the Eagles. Augsburger with it. Augsburger going to clear it there, and it's going to dribble out of bounds. Shenandoah going to remain on the attack here at about the 30-yard line. Persha, Merritt. Merritt goes back. Brock with it now. Back to Merritt. Merritt crossing it in, and it's going to fly by everybody there. Out of bounds. Eagles going to be on the reset here. And Eagles on the reset. Augsburger. Augsburger, long pass. She was looking for Prilliman. Going to be stolen by Elizabeth Pardo of Shenandoah. And Ashley Cross of Shenandoah moving it up now. Trying to get on the defense here. Roselle. And a nice steal by Caroline Augsburger as she puts Ashley Cross on skates there. Bounces out of bounds. Eagles going to maintain possession here. Caroline Augsburger getting set. The crowd getting into it. Augsburger lets one rip, and it hits Merritt square on the calf, it looks like, and she is down. A little slow to get up here. Point blank range. Merritt gets drilled in the calf there. Strasser with it now for the Eagles. She goes far side. Loy. Eagles trying to put an end to this one. Rachel Loy cutting it back to the middle. And it's tapped out of there. Shenandoah trying to recover, and they're going to tap it out of bounds. But it looks like a foul going against Bridgewater there. Going to be Shenandoah maintaining possession here. Shenandoah heading the other way now. Eagles trying to get a steal. Harris. And they're going to draw a foul on Shenandoah. Eagles going to try and get back on the attack here. We've got 6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this first overtime. Your Bridgewater College Eagles knotted up 1 apiece with Shenandoah Hornets in overtime here. Prilliman off the reset. Prilliman, nice move.
Shannon Strasser's overhead pass to Prilliman, I still remember it clear as day. Just absolute brilliant piece of creativity from Strasser to move the ball downfield to Taylor. It's not something that we had practiced. We hadn't really utilized overheads in our game strategy at that point in time. So for her to kind of just make that happen was just phenomenal, and so happy that a great play set up a great goal in order to send us to our first ODAC championship game.
And stolen right back by Strasser and the Eagles. Long pass. Prilliman into the arc. She's got space. Prilliman trying to end it. And Prilliman's shot is going to dribble into the back of the net. Ball game right there. Your Bridgewater College Eagles going to walk off with the victory here. 2-1 in overtime over the visiting Shenandoah Hornets. Crowd is going nuts here. Shenandoah stunned. Eagles, Taylor Prilliman somehow finds the back of the net there with almost no angle. And your Bridgewater College Eagles going to walk into the ODAC championship game now